Hey everyone, how's everyone doing? Hello to everyone once again. ¿Cómo están todos? Buen día para todos allá en que están escuchándome ahora mismo. Good morning to everyone that's listening to me right now. Today's topic, I'm going to talk today about a topic that's a dirty little secret in all black communities, no matter where you come from. Doesn't matter if you come from the North American diaspora, Central America, South America, wherever you're at in the diaspora. Dirty little secret that a lot of families don't like to talk about. Hoy vamos a hablar de un secreto en que están de que bueno, este secreto está en muchas de nuestras familias, sea que vienes de América del Norte, América Central, América del Sur, cualquier parte del mundo, si eres de color negro, si eres alguien que se considera una persona negra o una persona que es afrodescendiente. And this little dirty secret is called, in Spanish, Mejorar la Raza. Better known, the way that you interpret it in English is improving the race. So how do you improve the race, right? Because of colonization and what happened to us as a people as we were enslaved, we were told that our skin complexion was not good enough because, of course, through colonization, we were put in separate boxes. So when the slave master would sleep with a slave woman, he would automatically the offsprings that came out of that relation, a lot of those offsprings were put into the big house, and they were used as house hands, or working in the house. They were what they call house, quote unquote, house Negroes, and the darker complected slaves were used as field hands. The lighter complexion ones, were related to the master of the house because of the relations that this master might have had with a slave girl. And thus, that's where the separation began, the whole divide and conquer. And then we begin to have a lot of separation in between black people, but the separation of the divide began. And from there, we begin to have things like the brown paper bag test, so forth and so on. If you're darker than a brown paper bag, you weren't accepted into certain communities, certain societies, so forth. This is amongst black people. This is a part of the Mejorar la Raza, or you're not trying to mix in with somebody that's darker because you do not want you don't want your bloodline to become darker than what it already is. This is for the light-skinned black people in North America. But in Spanish-speaking countries, or in countries where the colonization happened by the Spaniards, the Europeans, or the Portuguese, the Spaniards or the Portuguese, there was also a thing called Mejorar la Raza, meaning you would have dark skin relatives, people that were my complexion, even darker. If you brought somebody into the house that was darker than you would have a grandmother, aunt, mother, father, someone tell you, and mostly it was like the females, they would tell a daughter, you don't want to marry that guy, or you don't want to be with that guy because he's dark, and you want to improve your race. So their idea of improving the race was marrying someone that was lighter than them, in order so that your offspring will be lighter, and that your phenotypes will be more European, meaning you will have a straighter nose, you wouldn't have thick lips or coarse hair, as they say, and this was called improving the race. This is the effects of colonization. This is the effects of the slave trade and what our colonizer did to us, what they did to us in separating us, right? When you went into the big house, you were already separated. So you were working outside of the field, and your status was looked at as a little bit more improved than those who worked in the field. You get what I'm saying? So they did a great job in keeping us separated, and a lot of it comes from that sort of mentality, you know. And you have it all over the world, wherever you see black people of Afro descent. This separation between the lighter and the darker exists, you know. Even till this day, you will have people that say that they don't want to marry someone their complexion because they don't want their children to come out to be dark, you know. And you, like I say, you have different types of societies that have the brown paper bag test that don't allow you into these groups because you are darker than a brown paper bag. The same thing in Spanish speaking countries, you know, you have the term Mejorar la Raza, improve the race, and thus you see a lot of people that try to avoid the sun. They'll tell their daughters and their sons not to go into the sun, not to go and play in the sun, not to do certain things because they do not want them to be darker, or they do not want their skins to be darkened by the sun, right? So these are all things that are prevalent within our community, between the diaspora, black people within the diaspora. You see it in Brazil. You see it in places like this where people are doing a lot of surgeries and things to straighten out their noses. People are using that. There's a booming market with the skin lightening creams in places like Nigeria, South Africa, India, Jamaica. People of dark complexion are beginning to lighten their skin because they look at dark skin as being a strike against them. You know, like I always stress in these videos, love who you are, love the way that you were made, embrace that, let your children know that they're beautiful, because marrying someone lighter doesn't make you better. It doesn't improve any race. It doesn't do anything like that. You know, love who you are and love what you've been made. That improving the race thing, it's a self-hate that people who are put in a position are made to look at themselves as being inferior to people that have lighter skin. Because like I said, our colonizers made us believe that they were the standard of beauty, because they made us believe that white is beautiful and that black is ugly. These are all the different things that they showed us through TV, through everything. You know, everything that was black was bad and everything that was white was good. White is pure, black is evil, or it's dark. So Mejorar la Raza is not really improving your race. Mejorar la Raza is not you becoming a better class of people. That's just foolishness, and it's a fallacy, and we must get out of that way of thinking and love who we are and what we were made to be. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.